guys, you're welcome to my channel. It's another dimension and my name is Dami. If this is your first time on this channel, please make sure you use the red button below and subscribe. Turn on the notification bell so that you can get notified whenever I share video, because I post video every week. And without further ado, let's get straight into this dress. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to make a baby girl dress. And I'm going to be using this piece of fabric right here. It's a leftover fabric from a dress I made for myself. If you would like to see the video of that dress, you can comment below and I will try my best to upload the video for you guys to see. And this dress is going to be for a 1 to 2 year old baby girl. So let's start by folding the fabric into place. I'm folding the wrong side out, so when I'm putting the marks, it's not going to show on the right side of the fabric. The total length of the dress is going to be 18 inches. And the upper part, I intend to make it 7 inches, and the lower part obviously is going to be 11 inches. So first I'm going to cut the upper part of the dress. So and because of the nature of the fabric, I'm going to be cutting the front first and later the back. I'm not able to fold them into 4 and then cut everything at once. And the reason why I'm folding my fabric this way is because I intend the upper part of the dress to have the horizontal pattern. I want the pattern to form horizontally at the upper part, and the lower part I want it to fall vertically. So just stick to the end of this video so you can see how I'm going to achieve the pattern to fall exactly the way I want it to be. Okay, so I'm just grabbing my tape rule now to check if I folded my fabric well enough for me to be able to cut the dimension that I desire. So I'm checking for the chest of the baby, because the chest is going to be the biggest part of the upper part of this dress. So I'm going to fold by the maximum dimension. And the chest of the baby is 22 inches. 22 inches divided by 4 is 5.5. So my 5.5 plus 1 inch gives me 6.5. I'm adding the 1 inch for seam allowance because we are going to sew on both sides. Okay, so first I like to take my neck measurement first, and my neck width for this dress is going to be 3 inches. There, I don't know if you guys can see what I'm marking. And the neck depth is 2.5, so I take 2.5 right there. I hope that's clear enough for you guys to see. Don't mind my tape rule, guys. Here has centimeter calibration and here is inches, so sometimes if you see this side, please don't get confused. But for this tutorial I'm using the inches side. You see, it's perfect. For instance, if you are going for a perfectly circle neck, once you measure 3 inches here, you have to measure also 3 inches here, and then you can just turn it around like that and then draw out your curve. Okay, so next I'm going to take my shoulder measurement. The shoulder measurement is 5 inch. So I place my 5 inch right there. Okay, and next I need to measure my armhole. So my armhole for this dress is 4 inch. So I just place the armhole right there. So here I took 5 inch. I can as well take the 5-inch here just for a bit of accuracy sake, and then go ahead, and you don't need a straight line here. The armhole is a little bit curved, so from here you can just, I hope I'm not blocking so you guys can see. So from here you can just curve it out like that. Very easy. Okay, so next you take the chest measurements of the child. Like I said earlier, the chest measurement for this child is 22 inches. 22 inches divided by 4, because this face is just a quarter of the dress, so that is why we have to divide by 4. So 22 inches divided by 4 is 5.5, and 5.5 plus 1 inch seam allowance is 6.5. So I can place the 6.5 right here. From here to here is 6.5. So just place your 6.5. I hope that is clear enough for you to see, guys. And also for accuracy's sake, you can also place the 6.5 here, because the waist of the child, like I said, is the same as the chest. So from here you're going to have like a straight line. Okay, and next is for us to measure the length of the upper part of this dress. So the upper part's length for this dress is 7 inch, and 7 inch plus 1 inch seam allowance is 8 inch. So you just put a mark of 8 like I usually do for accuracy's sake. Place the 8 also here, and if you like you can go ahead and place it here also, and then you connect the point. So the reason why I'm adding the 1 inch seam allowance for the beginners is, you know, when you want to join the upper part to the lower part, you are going to sew it. So you need ½ inch here to sew, you need ½ inch here also to sew. That makes it 1 inch. Okay, so then I'm going to go ahead now and cut out this upper part of the dress. Then I'll come back to cut also the back side of the upper part. This is just the front, like I said, because I have my fabric folded in half. Like you can see, it's just 2. I have 2 leaves of the fabric. So I'm going to cut that out now, and then come back to cut the front side, the back side also. So keep in mind, guys, that we usually make the back side a bit more than the front, and that is because of the zipper allowance. So if you're adding button or whatever thing you intend to add to make the dress wearable, you need about 1 inch extra for that. This is going to be a very, very pretty dress, guys. Okay, so now we are moving to the back side of this lovely fabric. So like I said, we need an extra inch for the zipper allowance, and because of that I'm placing my front panel a little bit away from the fold. So I'm going to trace out this shape and cut it out right here, but I'm going to add this part to the back side, and then I will split it open so I can fix my zip or button or whatever I choose to add to this dress. So let me just show you that so you can understand what I mean by that. And for my back panel, I don't want the neck to be as deep as the front panel. So because of that, I am going to come a little bit up. You can give it whatever shape you desire, but this is the shape that I want for this dress. So you can just bring it up a little bit, but make sure it meets at the same point where this one ends, just like that. So Okay, so I have my lines drawn out already, so I can just go ahead and cut it out. By the time we open up this, you're going to see, what we were trying to do. Okay, this is a really quick and easy dress, by the way. Okay, so I have my let me take this off so you can see what I'm doing. I have my front panel here, and this is my back panel, so I can split it open. The reason why we have to split this part open is because that is where we are going to fix our zip or button. Okay, split it open. So yeah, that is all for the upper part. I set that aside and I go straight to cut the lower part of this dress. So if you remember, like I said, the total length of this dress is 18 inches, and I've decided to add 2 inch. All right, so the chest measurement of the baby girl was 22 inches, what I measured. So, and I added an inch of seam allowance, making 23. So my 23 stops here, and this is going to be the excess for, you know, the gather or pleat or whatever I intend to do. So that shows that my fabric is going to be enough, which is good. Yay! Okay, so those are just simple tricks for you guys to know exactly if your fabric is going to be enough even before you cut. And if you find this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share with your family and friends, and don't forget to subscribe, guys, and turn on the notification bell so that you can get more notification whenever I upload videos. Okay, so the lower part is going to be 11 inches aside from the seam allowance. So I'm going to add 2 inch. 11 plus 2 is going to be 13. So I'm going to be measuring 13 inch and I will cut it all the way through. It's going to be a straight rectangular piece. And at the end of this video, you will see how we are going to work with this and how it's going to turn out. So I'm just taking the 13 inch all the way through and cutting. If you have the long ruler, you can just place your 13 inches point here, place it at the other end, rule it out and cut it through. But if you don't have a ruler, it's not the end of the world. You can still make that beautiful dress that you want to make. Okay, so I'm done cutting the lower part, and this is what I have. I'm going to fold that and set it aside. So also we need to cut an interfacing so we can pipe in the neck of the fabric to make it really neat. So I'm going to show you also how to cut that with the scrap fabric I have left. Then I'm going to place my upper part on the fabric and I'm just going to cut it out. So the idea is to, I think it's perfect for me. I can make it work. So the idea of this is to cut out the same thing as this. If you don't have enough length, for instance, if with your fabric you don't have enough length to go all the way down, it's okay. You can just stop it right here, somewhere here. But for me, I think I have enough length. So just cut almost as exact as this. Then I'm going to show you how you are going to use it to pipe in the neck of your dress. So I have went ahead and cut an interfacing for the front panel. This is the front panel and here is the interfacing, and back panel with the interfacing right here. So I actually use a separate, a different scrap fabric because I decided to use that big one I was showing you the other time for something else. So That's why I have it a little bit shorter than the real upper part. Anyway, so one more thing I'm going to do to this upper part is I'm going to cut a bit of the armhole away just to keep it in shape, because the armhole of the front side is usually a bit different from the back panel. So I just cut that out, as you can see. Alright, so this is what we have. So I have just a little bit of fabric left, and for the band in front of the dress, I'm going to be cleaning this up for it, and I will need to join it together actually. So this is to show you how to manage fabric as well. So if you have limited fabric, it doesn't matter, you can make something beautiful out of it. So, and that is what I'm here to show you guys. I'm just trying to see if the width is enough to span through the front of my dress, which is actually very enough for me. It's just perfect, as you can see. So I'm cleaning this part, cleaning it up like so, and I'm going to join these two fabrics together. Don't worry, it's looking a little bit rough. By the time I'm done, it's going to look super clean and perfect. So here it is, guys, looking nice and neat, and it's going to go right on top of here. Okay, so stick around to see how this is going to turn out. Now, this is just me trying to see how it's going to fall, because I like my sewing to be as perfect as possible. So I'm trying to see how the pattern is going to be. So I want it to be exactly the way I want it to be. So the idea now is to sew this one here like this, turn it over, pleat it the way you want to pleat it, and for the design I'm going for, I'm going to converge my pleatings at one side right here. So after sewing and pleating the band, this is what I have. And for the little design here, this is what I'm going to do. I have 3 pleats, so I'm just going to kind of change the direction of the pleat at the side here, and then I'll pin it down. This is just at about 2.5 inches away from the middle. So I'm just going to do this, pin this down, and that gives us that little design. So here is how it looks. It's coming out really pretty. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm saying. Maybe if I turn it this way, you will see it clearly. So this is what I have at the moment, and I'm going to by the time I'm joining the parts, I'm going to sew all these parts down, and you will see how it goes.